never settle for none. I lay on one is number one, know the chosen ones. Yeah, I got the flow, spitting like I'm shooting from a gun. Hex to the moon, floating in the sky. 999 in this bitch, yeah, I know you feel the vibe. Pulsechain, no shit is saying, yeah, energy of black. I'm sipping on that potion, and it's like it done a day. Ain't fit it, money glitch, chasing dollar sign, yeah. Pockets full of green, yeah, you know I'm on that grind, yeah. I lay on one is number one, we cannot stop now. A million fans, I can lie, I'm on fire down. Yeah, I can fuck down. Hey, on anecdotes. First time.
What the hex is you guys talking about?
Good morning, you guys. When Bob's.
What the hex is going on, ladies and gentlemen?
Okay, I know the word maxi is kind of rough, right? But a lot of us are kind of like hex maxis, right? Listen, I could be tolerant, man. You guys do whatever you want to do, right? Well, I'm like, everything I learned from Richard Hart, right, about crypto worked. And every time I don't follow that, it fails, right? So, and then but I keep doing it, right? So, because I got to fail, I got to have some sort of experiment like that, you know?
Black Rock. Let's do this shit.
Black Rock. Let's do this.
Get ready to get rich, motherfucker!
It's just safer to assume things are going to suck. So anytime anyone has ever targeted hexagons with any type of coin, the hexagons have always gotten murdered. Hex HXY business, or these, hourglass games, or just all garbage. Like, people target hexagons with crap that harms them. And I just don't, can you imagine how much trash is going to come out when Pulsechain comes out? There's going to be a million rug pulls and scams and garbage and trash that gets launched on it. Just like there was on Ethereum, just like there was on BSC. So I only say nice things about stuff I 100% know is good, period. So, oh, you have an idea? All right, where's the code? Where's the audits? Where's the no admin keys? Show me. And I don't have time to do that. And usually all of those things they don't have. They usually just suck in every way. So, I see these meme coins targeting hexagons, and I'm just like, okay, so they could either buy the hex ticker symbol and make the hex price go up, or they could buy whatever this bullshit is that you made. It's not the hex ticker symbol. I'm leaning towards the hex ticker symbol that we know is awesome. Very simple for me.
Missed the morning shows. Yes, the morning shows were good, but you can still go see them. They have their own channel now. The Hex in the Morning Show, Wake Up Hex is still out there. They are on the.
They're doing it's just What the Hex now, but yeah.
Oh, What the Hex.
Yeah, Toby Wan, DJ Cryptomatic, Papa B, and Peter.
What? What the heck was these the problems that we were having with the technologies? Incredible. I don't know. This never happened.
That's what you said to the wifey last night.
Damn. It must
Then
be
she
because
got
of
your number.
Brightlight here.
Brightlight. What the heck is Brightlight doing here? We did
I don't know. I just popped in the back room. You know, I came in out from my cardboard box just to pop on stream. You know, and,
You just came because you smelled open-faced cheese sandwiches in the green room and said, "Is there sustenance here? I will show up and have some grub." Is that the deal?
yeah, I was starving. I haven't eaten in weeks. You know, I was fasting.
Just like a hexagon.
Yeah.
Dirty
Yep.
hexagon. Yeah, nice. Welcome here.
Well,
for
welcome
what
to
it's worth.
the show. Brightlight is in the building, im Gebäude, as we say in Germany. Fellow ecosystem Pulsechain YouTuber, also founder of the Yap token, Yappity Yap. But we're not going to talk about that today.
Nope. Wasn't
Let's
even
turn the
expecting that.
but that's your thing. You can earn yield. So anybody who's into that, check out Brightlight's X and YouTube and look that up. But welcome to the show. Let me say hi to the chat real quick before we go into things. Where's Peter, by the way?
Exactly.
Peter messed up the YouTube thing, right?
He did. Yes, it's always the
said,
Slav.
let's see what these guys are going to do about
You
that.
know what? A good Peter is a not showing up Peter. as far
So
as
what
I'm
happened? What happened is really the YouTube side of streaming was disabled. So we were totally fine on Twitch and on the X. On X, it has now created 3 streams, so it's a total mess over there. But on YouTube, it just wouldn't show. But hey, you guys all founders, you're in the right room. You guys had to delete the other room. So Avalon was first in the other room, and DJ Dougie was second with the When Bobs. We got Crypto Priest in here. Good to see you. Dorsey. I was on the other one. Yeah. It's going to be very special today. Maddie Lambo is here. Tam Tam.
Hey.
Oh, we got to talk about Tam Tams.
We will talk about Tam Tam.
Upcoming spaces, Hex Down Under Crew. Also, make sure to check out our sister show, so to speak, always on Friday mornings.
Yep.
DeFi Down Under, the Australian guys having their happy hour. Well, it's
Just
Friday.
like-
It's morning for me. What time is it for you when they are on?
For me?
Yeah.
Oh, it's either too early or too late, but I always watch the rerun.
Replay Gang. Yeah.
Replay Gang.
Replay Gang. Hex
I
on
think-
Air,
I
checking in
think that's the
RTS.
mo-
Here we are.
That truly is it couldn't be a better sister show to claim as our sister show.
I would think so, because they always shouting us out. We shout them out.
Yeah, you got to go check out that. It's like if you want, for our format is about an hour. They truck on and explore things and deal with numbers and emotions and current events, and they're very cerebral in their analyses. And I really value their content. So go check them out if you get the chance.
DeFi Down Under. So Brightlight, tell us a little bit about yourself. It's always the stupid intro, but it's not really stupid because I always find it fascinating to hear from people how they actually found the ecosystem, how they got in touch with or noticed Richard Hard on the social media. What is your story for the people who are not that familiar? Can you give us a little bit of a Hex Pulschain ecosystem rundown of yours?
It's like I got into crypto about 2017-ish, late 2017, right when Bitcoin hit 20K and stuff like that. And then, got into a bunch of ICOs, got scammed a bunch of ways, this and that. And then
as you do,
kind of got in through the self-help Richard Hart kind of thing. So you want to get rich kind of videos. And I saw a couple of those videos. I kind of liked the guy, but I kind of didn't pay attention to it. I did the trading thing, did the exchange, everything you're not supposed to do in crypto.
Right.
You know what I mean? And then I left crypto for about a year and a half, and I came back, and I missed the Hex launch, everything like that, because I was still, listening to people like BitBoy or
Coinbase
guy, people like that you're not supposed to listen to.
The Crypto Lark.
And then,
Oh God.
and well, then I found a couple like, okay, everybody's calling him a scammer, this and that. So I'm like, why are they hating this guy so bad? So I started watching Richard Hart videos. You know what I mean? And I'm like, I like this guy. He went from a Bitcoin maxi to an ETH guy, and then he created this Hex guy. He taught you what not to do, not to share your keys, how not to get scammed. He called out multiple scammers. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I'm not going to name them or whatever, but he called out BS everywhere. And I'm like, I see why people hate this guy, because he's fighting the actual people that you not supposed to listen to. So I started listening to him more. And then I heard about the Pulsechain sacrifice, and that's when I really got into it. But before that, I started buying Hex around 8 cents on the run up, and I staked it so it went up and went down. So that's when I started kind of getting in, and I wish, like, God, I think like 3 months before that, it was at primo prices, but the Pulsechain sacrifice kind of like just shot everything up because you had to use Hex.
You came in during this run up in 21, like when it was going towards the Pulsechain.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right during the Pulsechain sacrifice.
Big mania.
Like yeah. And then I even staked it then. You know what I mean? Because I'm like, oh, I want to see if this works. I want to do my due diligence like you're supposed to.
Yeah.
And I did a short stake. Oh, it works. Like, this ain't a scam. I'm sold. You know what I mean? Because that's basically why you want to get into cryptos, for the yield, to lock up your tokens, to not sell your future, things like that. So I kind of got in that mania, and, you know, started watching more Richard Hart, and that's when the community just, like, I stayed for that, you know, like the streamers, the actual people out there, the normal people, instead of like people trying to sell you from Celsius or something.
But even though you had a bit of there could have been better entry prices for you, but you still got in. But what made you kind of stick with it, and also even starting your own channel, which is already, I think, 3 years you're already streaming on?
Well, I've been about a year and a half, almost 2 years.
2 years, yeah. So what made you, like, believe? we gotta believe. What made you stick around?
What makes me believe in Hex is the fact that it's so gate kept, and it's so on chain. We don't need exchanges. It's true crypto, like it is intended. You know, it's peer to peer. It's more Satoshi's vision than what Bitcoin is these days.
Yeah,
in my mind.
Yeah, it's the bankers.
You know what I mean? And that's what made me stay. But yes, I know there's a big supply control thing, but that's for the mechanism of the OA and stuff like that, like how the rates dropped when he staked all of the, you know,
he or she, we don't know, the African priest.
Well, yeah, we don't know if it's Richard. That's why I say it's the OA. But
right on.
It is a mechanism, you know what I mean? Like,
right.
And it does work, and it's by far everything else out there just seems like Ponzi-nomics instead of like true believers in crypto. You know what I mean? And then when you look back at the Satoshi white paper, it's like Richard Hart and everything. Yeah, there's some nuance to it, but he sticks more to the principles than, you know what I mean? Like the new people over on other chains, like CZ sticks to somewhat of the same principles, but he's still a centralized exchange dude too. So it's like, So
yeah, that's not first principles. That's first scamwick principles, and first market maker and steal your money principles.
Their coin is holding up though nicely as well. I think it's $850 now, BNB, and but that is because they are always doing buybacks. So they are actually buying up their own coin, you know.
How dare they recycle? How dare they?
In contrary to like XRP, who are always dumping, but BNB, allegedly they're always making a stock buyback. So yeah, that's what we're all waiting for here with the SAC wallets. But yeah, that may never happen. What do you think about that? Do you think what is Richard's plan with the Ethereum treasury?
I think he should hold it as long as possible. I mean, just for marketing purposes, for what if something happens in the future and you may need it to bridge all that ETH and protect, I don't know, something else. Like it would need to stay there and maybe rotate in a little bit here at certain points. But like, why?
Protect the floor maybe or something, but not crazy.
I'm so glad you asked this question,
Yes.
DJ, because I had this debate with somebody yesterday at hours length.
Would you like to share as a quick
well, thank you for asking.
No financial advice.
Thank you, and with no financial advice, nor is it grounded in any kind of research or truth or anything.
Pure speculation.
It's all speculation and supposition. Here we go. Ready?
Yes.
I think that if I were an African priest and I had in my control or lack thereof $3 billion of asset value, I may be interested in perhaps expending $1 billion to do all sorts of amazing and devilish things for the betterment of my community, knowing that I still had $2 billion to sustain in the bear to rinse and repeat the entire way that I got my $3 billion to begin with. I don't think we're there because I probably wouldn't do things at a mere 1 billion even. I would wait until it got into stupid numbers, and then there would be no holding me back because I certainly wouldn't want to alienate a quarter of crypto by making a market top in that very asset that I depend on. So check this out. If I'm on a list as being one of the top 5 holders of this stuff, and it's worth like $3 billion.
Top 3, apparently. Yeah.
Okay, well, let's just say within top 5, if hypothetically I'm there. Okay, top 3 for in this case, but let's say I'm on top 5. Then guess what? The up and comer that's looking to be number 1 needs a bargain. And he looks at the list and says, how can I acquire all these big bags? You're going to get a ring on the phone from like a Tom Lee that says, hey, how you doing, African priest? Oh, it's good to meet you, Tom Lee. I hear you're a smart guy. Yeah. Look, I'd like an OTC deal for as much as you'll give me from that, 3rd largest bag or 5th largest bag that you got. And I would say, okay, I think that sounds great because neither of us will dump the price on the market and you'll get a bargain and I'll get a bargain. And this sounds great. And by the way, I'll take that money and do with it what I freaking wish. The question is, what does it go into? Meaning, while it's in its holding pattern, currently Ethereum is going up like a bastard. After that, after you make your OTC deal, what do you get in return from a Tom Lee? Do you get stables? What do you get before you make your next move? What would you think? That's my only question. My only concern is, what does it go into after while it's held again at no possible appreciation or depreciation on its way to making things crazy? Is that too a marketing thing that you see? Oh shit, that's not even going down in the bear. That's going to stay at that number as if it's a stable freaking portion of this OA's purse. What do you think about that dynamic, guys?
If I may,
I think,
or you first. Yes.
I think if you sell on a double, a little portion, and you sell on a double, even OTC wise, and you get stables in return, and you put it into something you love, cherish, and hold, DCA wise, over time, that could work out very well without murdering the price of ETH, without taking up your level of control over the chain too. There's that aspect, I kind of see it as like you would probably want a level of control over that chain because you're a fork of that chain. There is a dynamic there, and Richard has said like sell on a double. You could have sold on a double. You could have sold on a double. So he could be waiting for $8,000. And then sell a little bit or OTC a little bit or whatever he does, And
well,
then,
$8-9 that's $1.5 billion, right? Because 6,000 is 1 billion. That's the 1 billion mark.
Well, I'm thinking along the lines of bit finesse here. I mean, not the strippers part, but the longevity, because he always said in the early years that he wants to finance longevity research, and that was the one big worry that I always had with the OA bags, that he would maybe one day sell it all and fund that science. Now he has another option. Now he can leave the hex alone, leave the OA bags alone, because he has this new bag that he can maybe use parts of to do that, and other parts to maybe, as we said earlier, protect the floor or something. But this gives more power to hex in a way. That's one scarecrow away from the hex.
But look, when Richard raised, albeit indirectly, millions and millions of dollars for longevity.
Yes.
Greedier people in around, above and beside Aubrey de Grey misappropriated those funds and kicked him out of anywhere to touch it. He had to go to court to only scramble back a portion of that.
Sure.
I think that the world saw that happening. I think the community saw that happen. Most importantly, I think Richard saw that happen.
Yeah.
And says, you know what? If he had it in his power to really contribute to longevity, I think he would found a new company.
So,
and
however he would do it. But even that 20 million that the community raised,
I think it was 24, wasn't it?
Or 24, 27.
What's 4 million between friends? Take the 20. It's okay.
But even that in the bigger scheme that wasn't the big, let's fund longevity. I think even more money, like hundreds of millions, will be needed to make just a dent in any research there. So I think that was just.
I think control. I think control is key. I think
of course. And
whoever puts up that type of
happened.
money, yeah, but there could be a foundation that then actually controls the new co,
right,
and maybe appoints de Grey as a CEO, but then that doesn't give him like a golden parachute, keeps a real tight reins on exactly what's going on in terms of the spend, and maybe, just maybe, like Charles Hoskinson abuses that term. I fucking hate it when it comes out of his mouth, but maybe, just maybe, you could get somewhere in the research and get. Charles de Grey says that all he needed was 10 years to stop aging and 15 years to reverse it. And it's already been 6 since he said that. And I asked him in the last meetup, I asked him, I said, look, I'm 53 years old now. Please tell me that you're still on target for that 10 years. And he's like, yes, I am. I said, so you only got 4 years left. And he looks up at the ceiling, scratches his big old beard and says, yes, more or less. Yes. I'm like, okay, good. That's fine.
That's fine. I want to give a shout out to your friend Sami, who actually today posted his 555th video. He did 5,555 videos on social media today. So that's a big milestone for him. So congrats to your friend Sami. Friendship confirmed. And Papa B, you wanted to share this university from Tam Tam.
Goodness.
What is
Friend
this
of the show,
all about? Let me enhance.
Resident Positivian in our midst.
Yes.
Tam Tam Hex is starting up her own space that's going to be regularly on. It's been tapped to give whatever value I can on the side, perhaps join her on her fledgling cruise. It's very exciting to see somebody so very positive and knowledgeable about what we're going through has been here for the ride. Constant source of support for the community. Is she's going to take it upon herself to actually have her own it's a global reach now on X. She's really going to take this space thing, and I think we should all do what we can to support her and show up. And if she taps you for any kind of insight or to join or to speak up, on point, on message, because she says in this kind of, I don't know, what would you call this? Would you call this a founding constitutional or what kind of tweet would you call this? This is like a
Yes, the announcement of the announcement.
the announcement of the announcement. But it's saying what she wants to do and how she wants to do it, and damn it, she's going to do it. So let's get behind her, everyone.
Absolutely. And she's at 4,000 followers now already on the X. So follow at TamTamHex. And then that's how you can catch the space, because I think you have to follow her so that it shows up in your notifications.
I'll be listening.
And
You'll be listening.
We'll be on the first one. But guys, please follow this stuff. Like sometimes I don't understand what's wrong with this community. Like our channel here has barely 1,700 followers. Yours has about 300, and you're streaming for 2 to 3 years already. Why are people like our Twitch has 9 followers? What the heck? Like you guys, you don't have to do anything. We're putting in all the work. All you have to do is follow up. It's free.
Sit down, Grandpa.
Yes,
this is for crypto. That ain't bad. You know, this is the bull run. You're going to see that maybe double, triple. But
people tell me this for years.
We started in the bear in a community that's been gate kept more than anyone else. Brightlight said it himself. It's gonna reach people that have the bright lights on behind the eyes, a light in the attic, so to speak. I have no problem with these numbers right now. In fact, I think you guys are on the inside track when it comes to our show or others. Support everybody. Start watching. Spread the word. When you spread the word, you'll be able to see that we're growing as a community because our numbers will also go up. Hopefully, this kind of infotainment appeals to people. But most importantly, we got through the bear market, guys. We held on to each other for dear life. Right. We streamed. We had a lot of laughs. We saw charts go up and mostly down, but now up again. So thank God. What do you think of that, Brightlight? What do you think of the emergence of the bear from the bear and into the bull finally? What do you feel about this? Are you believing it? Do you think it's here now? How long does it last? What's your view of the whole damn thing?
My skeptical meter is slowly going down the more bullish stuff I see. Because with every pump usually comes a dump in the bear market, and with every dump there usually comes a larger pump in the bull market. So when I see probably the next larger pump, I'll be like, all right, we're here. I'll be fully convinced. But that's when disbelief phase hits us. And everybody goes, oh, it's just a pump. And everybody's all those sacrificers that want to, get their money back, sell and stuff like that. And they sell and the non-believers get out. And then the next pump comes and that's when hope comes in.
Okay. You're still waiting, man. You're still.
Yeah. I'm still needing confirmation,
Okay, cool. We need to see what would be the tipping point for you?
Probably this next pump.
The next pump to get the sack then, right? For Pulsechain and
there or thereabouts, yeah.
All right, cool. And then you'll watch everybody will flee at that moment, and then you'll be like, all right, not believers only type of game.
Exactly, because the believers held through the bottom, we get back to sack, we wait through the non-believers that just want their money back, go, this place was a scam. I can't believe I held it for 4 years, but at least got my money back.
Yeah.
And then once that's over and people think, oh no, it's going back down, another pump's just going to fly off at the handle and everybody's going to start to go, oh my God, and it'll be all great and candy at that point. And then all those people that sold will be eating crow.
Yep. Isn't it? How do you feel about these new people that come in after that pump and they say, I'm so delighted to be here? Are you going to look at them and say, you don't even know?
First time,
first time with the noose around your neck.
But I mean,
I put the chair and the rope in the garage many times.
Yeah, right. Okay.
It was
That's
over.
Dark.
I mean, it never happened. But no, it never got that dark for me. But yeah, there's some painful points. But what kept me through it was what's the OA doing? He ain't doing nothing.
Exactly.
He's just waiting through it. You know what I mean? Why do anything if he's the leader of the chain? And he's not doing anything dumb. He's doing the right moves. He's went to ETH with the stables and the sacrifice money, which I thought was really bullish, even though the foundation sold on his head and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But we knew it would come back eventually.
Talking about diamond hands, right? Because he was down millions of dollars on that bag, and now it's in profit. So, and he held through the 2 years. So,
well, speaking of profit, look at Brizology. He says,
"Finally,
I've subscribed to you guys." Hey, DJ, now DJ, rug it now. Come on. Take that sweet exit liquidity that Brizology has given us.
But Briz, now you got to do it as well on Twitch and on Spotify. Then we're talking. YouTube is easy.
YouTube is free.
But broader crypto is on a tear. We had Bitcoin all-time high, new all-time high yesterday, 124,000, and I think ETH scratched 4.9. I think it was for a hot minute. But then the whale games are back in full swing. So just today, we have a 10% down day again, but also $420 million liquidated from the crypto market in just 20 minutes this afternoon. So, when everyone gets euphoric, that's the game now. People with big bags are pulling the plug, and then it's nothing to worry, but it's a tremendous shorts or a long squeeze, getting out all the long trades, options. 420 million in 20 minutes is quite something. So,
Yeah, those are shorts. So, we need to see more liquidations on the short side, and we'll be getting those crazy pumps, man.
That's it.
And that further confirms the bull market.
And TA artists are bullish. I'm always looking at what Gerd von Lagen has to say. Shout out to him. He's big on the Elliott waves, TA, and he identified like this breakout now and is looking at a very bullish 22K Ethereum top. And which would coincide with $370,000 Bitcoin top. So that's what he is looking for, which are crazy numbers. I'd be happy if we get half of that. Like I'm thinking like 10K Ethereum probably, and maybe 180K Bitcoin or something. But he is
Richard calls for 240 Bitcoin.
Yeah,
I'm going to stay with that. He's,
Yeah.
A lot of people say, or Richard always, or used to always brag that he called the top on the day. Let me tell you, he called the bottom. What he sells himself short on is that he also called the bottom before that where I bought, and then he called the top where I sold. So I'm sold on Richard's calls. If he says 240, I'm looking at that very seriously for Bitcoin.
Yeah, absolutely. And broader crypto as well is still, even though we had this giant dip here today, is still above 4 trillion total crypto market cap, which is nice. Click log. And also, one thing we wanted to do this cycle, or at least I wanted, note to myself, we wanted to trade the fear and greed index, right, on coin market cap. And you see here, this last time it was in this darker green was when Trump had won the election in December, which was euphoria for crypto. But now where we are now, even though we have all this all-time high business, we are not in the extreme greed situation. So watch out another month or two from now. When we are up here, it might be time to take some profits. There is the, that's the two camps we have right now. There's Trevon James, who said, I'm starting to take profits right now. I'm not waiting till it all falls back on me again, which I believe is too early, but he just posted that yesterday. Then you have the others with like Gerd von Lagen, as we just shared, who think we have way more to go. Brightlight, what do you think? Is when is the top? Is it going to be the next 3-4 months, or will it take another year? Is it like an extended cycle? Because you also chart the Bitcoin and Ethereum on your streams.
Yeah, I'm thinking like if we have a short-term cycle, it's probably going to be around 150, and if we have a blow-off cycle, it's probably going to be around that 250 mark.
Right.
But the 250 mark would run into next year. This year would probably be within the next 3 months. You know what I mean? But in that sense, like the altcoin index compared to Bitcoin, it seems like once Bitcoin breaks above the 150, that's when the rest of the altcoin index is going to move up. And that's kind of where I'm seeing it. ETH, I'm hoping we go to 15. You know, that would be pretty huge. But we'll see. Like from 10 to 15, that would be a good target. But I've never been really good at targets. But I'm just reading what the chart kind of tells me. Short-term wise, like 150 is a big psychological number for Bitcoin, and 15 would be, 10 would be on ETH, you know, and 20K would be even huger. But I think ETH has more potential than Bitcoin,
right,
for more X's. So it's kind of like a toss-up. It's hard to say, but some of these layer ones can move even harder than ETH if ETH goes like that too. So.
Well, here's another person that we could ask that.
Hello.
Hey, Toby.
Hey, Toby.
Late entry here.
With no microphone or the wrong
That's
microphone.
that's what she said.
It's over here.
Oh,
there it is. There she is. What's up? Hey, I'm on the sun again. Hang on.
Whoa, you're loud. You're coming in hot there, Toby. You're loud.
But I try to manage my expectations at the same time, so I don't get too crazy with the targets or outlandish or bullish or moon boyish too. So
yeah, it's fun to look at. You know,
moon boys only.
It's kind of fun to look at, but yeah, it's important for us to see where we are in the cycles. And I don't think this necessarily it plays a role, and it may not play a role for what's happening in Pulsechain. We might, like last time, you know, we pumped half a year later than Ethereum and Bitcoin did, although that was maybe fueled by the sacrifices. But still, we might just do our own thing over here, and we might be, you know, maybe let these things moon first and, you know, pop up first, and then it's our
Next
turn.
May.
I don't know. Yeah. I don't know.
Well, I'm sure Toby has great news for us in that regard.
What?
Yeah, we expect nothing but massive green megaphone and channels.
Are you on the
flagpoles
mobile phone while you're on stream here? What's going on?
Yeah, he's listening in.
Well, I had some. I was blessed to have my sister covering for me over at the Folks today, so I wouldn't have to like rush off as I normally would. 10 minutes before she was supposed to be there, she was like, "I got hacked. You got it. I can't." I'm like, I don't need any of the bullshit details right now. And I know that her crypto is safe because we did OPSEC properly. So I know her crypto is safe, but she's 9,
what
12
other
years
kind of
older than I am.
hacking would worry her like that then?
I don't know, dude. I don't know. She's a button pusher.
I
so
got
she
hacked.
probably clicked the wrong
The
thing.
Ring doorbell. It's showing someone else's video. I got hacked.
Right.
Maybe that.
I know.
Maybe that.
So she's spazzing out a little bit, and then I had to do some quick time dances to get the shift covered because I am not available today.
So
I'm here, and then I got
that's
stuff to do.
addressing the
As you
headphones
see,
then?
my house is chaotic. Pardon? What?
The whole idea DJ was asking about the headphones that are dingle dangling from your ears. Is that have to do with anything that you just said at all?
Nothing. No.
Okay, then DJ, it's still a mystery. I don't know why.
The dangling headphones. Well, I'm
You're
using the
dangling.
mic. I'm using the Focus right now because it's like I wanted to use my expensive Shure microphone that I bought in the last bull that sat in a box for 2 years.
Oh, the
And then
Shure SM7B.
Yes, sir.
Wow.
Nerds.
The Joe
Now
Rogan
we-
mic. Yeah. Hello, cell pressure.
Now we're going places. Also, Eric Wall is going places. Did you hear about this? He has now received the panties by HEX in a UPS box.
Wow, that sounds unsavory, but okay.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
And he's like, no, these aren't my size.
If
I haven't missed much.
If I was her, I would have made sure there was a nice big skid mark in those before I boxed them up the same way.
Come on. Oh, God.
That's right. I need
It's
to
like, there you
bake
go, all yours.
Starched them so it's so it stayed too, you know, so we couldn't wash it out.
Right, right.
I'd put them on a baby elephant for about a week, and then give
Hey.
it over to them. Yeah.
God bless her for honoring the bet, though. You know,
Yeah,
she's,
she did
She's
though,
trying.
sent the
She's
panties,
trying.
but man, some of these stories in social media is really unbelievable. So can we do look at some charts? Brightlight, can you stick around? It's like a quick 10 minutes.
I'll hammer them out. I'm
a quick 10-minute run.
I will
run
not
through.
dilly dally today. I promise.
Nice.
I got time.
For a
I got
segment
7
we
charts.
call-
Somebody start a timer on their phone. We'll do 1 minute per chart and see if I can.
There's a
actually do this.
timer
All
on
right.
your screen.
Papa B has the bell.
I can't. I don't have that kind of time. I can't be distracted. All right. So Bitcoin, the big daddy of them all, like the number one crypto. Everybody knows about Bitcoin at this point.
Yes.
The richest man in the world bought. Yet we're still going up. So it's great. So we have this giant white parallel channel that's been going on, trust me, all the way back to like 2012. Here's our tops in the 2021 cycle in April and again in November. We have never, ever been above that. Like here's all the way back in 2017 when we topped. We've never been above the top of this white channel that's been around for a long time. And for the first time ever, we broke above and sustained. Now, it is typically bullish when you break a pattern to come back and retest that pattern. And lo and behold, we started to do it. Got this little dipsy doodle right there that I would consider a bear trap. People thinking, yeah, it's going back down. And then they sold thinking they'd buy lower, and wham, the bulls came back in and ran it up to the new all-time high of 124 or something. And now we're pulling back. We've had some pretty good dumpage, it looks like, in the last, what are we on the daily chart? So today, looks like that has happened with pretty big, ugly red candle. However, if you can see where it's stopped, it is right on the 10 EMA, which is the red squiggle, and the 21 EMA, the 10 simple moving average, and the 21 EMA. That's right where we're at right now, and above, critically, the white line. So I think that this is bullish long term. We might, maybe do we get another little bull trap, try to shake some people out, perhaps before we go higher. And if you recall, we were looking at this whole pattern, this big thing here, as a big bull flag, which is kind of insane, but possible. And I was using that breakout from this flag pattern, and here's the height of the pole, and the duration or the slope of the pole would take us to around 156,000 in October. Now we'll see if it actually plays out that way. Obviously, we can go considerably higher than that. Richard's calls 240. We'll see if he hits it. Moving along. Hex, EHEX, the firstborn son, Richard's favorite, right? Everybody loves EHEX. No one fade the OG.
Peter's not here. We can be positive. Yay.
The T-shirt payout on the Ethereum side has gone up. Price of the brick has gone up. Is now 1.6 instead of 1.5.
Whoa, daddy. I can buy a cup of coffee in about a year and a half.
The hairs that I still have on my head are blown back.
Okay.
Right. So what we had here was we had a large orange channel that we had been kind of trending down from for quite a long while. We have the broader white channel. Ours is a descending white channel, unlike Bitcoin's, which was ascending. And this goes all the way back to our all-time high in September of 21. The bottom was confirmed back here along the time frame of the Pulsechain. So top, midline, top, bottom, midline, bottom. Slowly trying to work our way back up. We had this channel that we were fighting for a long time. I did notice the other day that BankX has sold another tranche of their tokens. So they're down to, last checked, 120 million. They were at 140 not long ago. Okay. So they've been selling on any kind of bullish movement. So we had this other little channel that was kind of working its way up. And we've just kind of flirted around with the bottom edge of it. I don't know how much I love that channel, but I don't know. Maybe here. So that seems to make a little more sense to me, because it's like we got the top touches, got a top here, just missed it there, got a couple on the bottom. So this makes sense where we're just kind of flirting with the bottom edge of this white channel. If we do go back down to the previous orange channel that we were in, you'd be looking at a price target of 0.01682. I would expect some support there. But so far, we've been consistent in turning this around and staying in this channel. So hopefully we continue to march up this line and work our way to the top of the channel, ideally to get to the bigger white channel and break out. Now, when does that breakout occur? Let's say if it was the same as it was 4 years ago when we had the all-time high, September 11th, that's a happy day for everyone. So September 11th, if we were to break out there, the measured move on that takes us up to about 5.5 cents. So takes time to get there. It might not happen as just a straight up moonshot. But yeah, that's the target if we break that. Going over to Hex, P-Hex, as some like to call it. Peter Hex, I call it. Where is Peter today?
Good question.
So with this one, we had obviously a great Big Daddy channel here that we were working our way up, and then we fell out of. We made the full measured move down. Trust me on that. I took my vertical line out, and then we found ourselves in this descending white channel for quite a while. Had a nice breakout. The full measured move of that should have taken us up to about 2.25 cents. Didn't quite make the full move yet, but if you can see here, this little dragon head looking thing, to me, looks like maybe a bull flag, right? This actually looks like a better bull flag than on the other charts. So there's the flagpole. If we break the top of this, then the measured move on that takes us precariously close to this previous channel, which would get us up around 3.8, almost around 4 cents, right? So that's what I'd be looking at. We're finding good support on the 21 EMA, which is this yellow squiggle right there. And, just really banging on the top of this descending channel, which is the flag of the bull flag, right? So I'd be looking for a breakout there. If we did roll over, the midline on that is right at a penny, a lot of support around the penny mark. And then the bottom of that channel takes us down to about 0092. So if we do retest the bottom of this channel before we reverse and go, those would be areas to watch. Moving over to Pulse. Pulse, we have a bull pennant, which is a little bit different than a bull flag. A bull pennant is like, if anybody's a baseball fan, pennants are pointy, right? Flags are rectangular. So we kind of identified a little pennant here last week, I believe, or maybe a week before. And same deal, this could be much like a bull flag in that it will, if it breaks out and continues its move. And this is where I freaked out last week. Like, oh my God, it's like I didn't make this up, I swear. Because I'm always about confluence, like things lining up, right? Like unexpectedly. And if the breakout of this continues, we get out of this yellow channel. And just to confirm, we can kind of see what this does too. So as you all remember, if you've been following along with this Toby 1TA time stuff for a while, if we break out of that, we actually even have a higher target still, which is above the orange channel, the big descending orange channel, which is what we're really trying to get out of on Pulse. So this is all the way back from the launch, hit it again here in March of 24, found new lows back in March of 25, and been zigzagging our way up. A big W there for people that are Wyckoff fans. So that might be interesting for some of you. What I would anticipate is that this looks really bullish to me so far. We did have a nice dump today, down 5% on the day. If we keep working our way up, I'd be looking for some resistance at the top of the channel around quadruple 06. And then hopefully we can break out of this. The measured move of the bull pennant gets us up to the top of the giant orange descending parallel channel, which would be around SAC. Curiously enough, right? So if we could get to SAC into September, that would be, I think everyone would be very, very happy with that. I would expect a lot of sell pressure there. There's a lot of people, because that narrative has gone out there like SAC rate, we're below SAC rate. I'm not going to go into it here because we're tight for time, but anybody that knows how to do math knows that the vast majority of people did not pay 0001 for their SAC bags, right? Mm-hmm. But that's the narrative. And so I would expect sell pressure there for people that are just like, man, I just want to get back to SAC and I'm out of here. It's like, okay, see ya. Happy to see you go. So we'll see what happens there. If we can get a breakout there, the measured move of the big orange channel that's been the life of the chain takes us up. I believe we tested this before. It takes us up to about 7.5 times SAC. Nice. So not a bad target. It's going to take us a while to get there. I'd expect some formation of some other patterns as we go, and we'll be here to follow along. Bull markets are way more fun than the charting we've been doing for the last few years. All right, moving on to Pulse X. Pulse X is looking really strong, in my opinion. This is a big, broad orange channel on that one as well from its beginnings, its humble beginnings back in March of 23. We've stayed mostly toward the top. It's like our all-time low on that was September of 23. So even when Pulse itself was making its all-time low in 24, we were still up around the midline. So this is sustained more bullish in my opinion long term. I think it's got a better narrative for people to wrap their heads around with the burn and all that. So that's kind of exciting stuff. Right now, in this little channel that we have marching toward the top of the orange channel, we are technically below it on the daily. We've got 3 hours until the daily close, I believe. So ideally, we get back in this channel. That would be about 4 zeros and a 4. So if we could close there, I'd feel a little bit better about it. If we do break down the measured move, say it with me, anytime you break a parallel channel, it is the Papa
girth.
Girth
It's
of
the
the
girth
channel.
of
Thank you
the
very
girth of the shaft. Yes.
The girth of the shaft, right? That's it. You guys are glorious. All right. So basically, if we did get the full breakdown, then the measured move of that would take us down to 4026. To me, everything's looking pretty bullish, and we would have to go through all the EMAs. I would expect maybe a bear trap here, get some support on those EMAs, and work our way back into the channel. But the big come to Jesus moment is the top of this orange channel, which we are precariously close to, and that would be 0000 So if we get there and we can get a breakout, kind of like when the Bitcoin chart, if you remember, we went above it, I'd expect maybe a bear trap back down into it again, and then maybe support at it, and then we go. Measured move on this one, just to give you an idea, is around 6.5 times SAC. So, I don't think anyone would sneeze at that. I'm not at all saying that that's going to be it for it. I think, once we get into blue sky territory, Katie bar the door, it could go much, much, much higher. So we will see. Now, Ink, the baby boy of the family, the clown, the incentive token, right? The clownfish. Yeah, I've updated my aquarium that's over here, so you guys probably don't hear it.
Oh,
as
you
much
have some
anymore.
clownfish.
Not in that tank, but my other
that
ones
was
in
the
back.
noise all the time. All right.
Yeah, and that tank was different, but we'll talk about.
You mean the clownfish going?
We got enough clowns. We got enough clowns in this. We got enough clowns on this show. So anyhow, so this is way back at the launch, right? It's like we had this big run up to $80, super exuberant, crashed all the way back down here, found our low in December of 23 around 40 cents. I happened to buy a little bit right around then. Also was farming during this time. Had a little a long, prolonged, effectively bull trap here where people were getting exuberant again, and then we crashed back down and started forming this broader yellow channel that we've been soundly in for a long time. If you guys remember when we had the Who the Fuck is Keith Waring on a few weeks ago, I love that guy. We need to bring him back. I was talking about this little area right here, which was a great trading zone. We have broken and stayed above that nicely. So now it looks like we're kind of starting to chop, and we might end up repeating this pattern. If you guys want to do a bars pattern real quick, that's kind of fun. We got time.
Yeah, sure. While you're getting that up, Bitfinesse has a grammar Nazi type of thing for us. I always appreciate that. Did we ever pronounce it height?
No, he didn't.
Never
He
said
didn't hear
height.
right. We said girth, and
we said girth. We
took
didn't
it
say
for height.
We say height. Height.
Turn up the volume on your Alpine, Mr. Bitfinesse.
Yeah, Bitfinesse. And if you're gonna end it over something more serious like this.
Sure.
End it because you got a red candle day, and you're so depressed you can't believe it'll ever come back.
Love it. Love it. Can't get enough of it. All right. So white channel that we've been in for a while. We rode along the bottom, and it was slowly trending upward. Had a nice little bear trap at the bottom. Went back down here and touched the broader yellow channel, and then it went. And I believe this was around the time that Keith was here, and I'm like, dude, this is juicy right here. I mean, at the very least, I expected to come back up here and test $1.74, which was this trading range I'd been talking about. And not only did we do that, but we kept on going. So anyone that got in here, you're welcome. So it had a nice little push up, had found now, this is commonly what occurs, what was previously resistance becomes support, and we found really good support around the $1.90 level. And just for shits and gigs, I went ahead and did a bars chart or bars pattern. So basically I look at a pattern previously, lay it over to see potentially what the future would hold. And interestingly enough, if we did that same sideways chop for a while, we could be right back in a similar situation here where we have a little bit of a bear trap, maybe in late September, and then we start to move. It'll be interesting to see if that plays out. I might leave that on the chart just to see if it follows it, but I don't know. But I would definitely suspect that we stay in this white channel. We're fairly in the middle of it now. We're right there at that support. I would expect us to trend sideways, start working our way back up. If we can get above 250, ultimately $3, we're looking real good. That's going to be the next psychological resistance at $3. Top of that channel, which also happens to be the midline. If you see this diagonal blue dash line, that's the diagonal of the bigger yellow channel that coincides with the top of the white channel. You're looking at about 330, 335. If we can break that, make the full measured move of that white channel, that gets us to $6. And then we're just a sneeze away from 8, which would take us to the top of that bigger yellow pattern. Now, if we were to break out, let's say it takes a little longer on this one let's say Halloween, we get a breakout, right? We get a breakout on that, full measured move of that, and I don't think anyone would be upset if we got to $43, which, if memory serves, that was a period back here of a little bit of support and resistance way back in the beginning. So yeah, $43 would be the target if we break this orange or the yellow ascending channel. Last but not least, Ethereum. Ethereum looks like it's cooling off a little bit. Had some big sells recently. We are doing fine as far as our bull. Where's it at? Bullshit channel.
Bullshit channel.
Our bull flag channel or bull
Can't
flag
see a thing.
prediction.
Can you zoom in there?
Yeah,
brother?
too many lines. I got to see something.
You can't see that?
No, need
Got
glasses.
80,000 lines.
Ah, that's
There
much
we
better.
go.
Okay, so basically this right here, like I was
Staircase,
trying to come down here because this was the flag. This was the flagpole. This was the flag. We chopped sideways for months and months. Bear trap back in the channel, broke out. Right, got beyond the full measured move of that channel and kept going. Interestingly enough, we had some sideways action right here at the measured move of this channel, which is typical and expected. But now this is our pole, right? So that pole is the white pole that I put out here. If we break out of this channel, which we did, and sustain it, then I would expect the measured move of this new flag to get us up to around $7,000 Ethereum.
I heard some chatter on the
easily attainable.
Twitters that there is no more Ethereum available OTC. So people are forced to buy market. I mean, it could be
maybe
fake news. It could be true. It would kind of confirm what we're seeing here.
Maybe.
Good.
Maybe.
Toby, what happened to your tweet of 8,300? Where did that come
Well,
from?
I mean, that was just total like a math dream kind of that came into my brain. And I'm thinking to myself, wait a minute. If we are currently above, I think we were at 119.5 when I made that tweet. We are at 1.72x of the previous all-time high, right? So I'm thinking, well, that should be an easy target for Ethereum. Like what's 1.72 of previous all-time high? And it took us up to about 8,400 Ethereum. Everyone thinks Bitcoin's going higher than 119. It already has, just since I tweeted that out a few days ago. People are calling $240,000. So, do the math on that. And where do you end up with Ethereum? I'm saying probably 15K is what I'm thinking before the cycle's out.
There is,
but
yeah.
8,400 would be a nice stepping stone. Logic would dictate, if you're 1.72x over previous all-time high in Bitcoin, why wouldn't Ethereum do that when the narratives have changed? The ETFs are out there, BlackRock, all the big boys are interested in buying. People
Well, Tom Lee. So, not to do too much woo-woo, but I couldn't help but notice, I think I talked to you about this on the side, saw a tangent that went in a longer time frame and detected a bigger bull flag that went all the way back to 2020. And then he measured that one out and it's pointing to $80,000 in a time frame of 2027. Can you see if you can find that?
Yeah, it's on the weekly.
It's on the
weekly. Right? Yeah.
Logarithmic. Yeah.
I think I'm logged. Yeah, I'm already logged. So he was saying a flag on the weekly that we've already broken out of or anticipate breaking out of?
Anticipate. It's a flag that's forming since 2020. So if you drag from the bottom, I guess the bottom there.
Yeah, I mean, we can kind of mess with this a little bit. Essentially it's the same flag. He's just using a longer pole.
Correct. Yes.
And has adjusted this a bit. And then instead of him just doing this number, which is let me borrow that.
He's saying that this structure is a smaller flag within a greater flag. So if they both break out.
So I mean, typically you just go to the move, right? So that's where it bottomed and started coming up. So that's the flag pole of that move. And then that takes you up to $200,000.
Yeah, right.
For Ethereum. So I mean, that's a little bonkers to me.
You had
honestly.
80, right?
He had 80 on. Yeah, I don't know where he got that, but it looked.
But if you pull it back to the last bottom, then
I mean, if you're going here bottom in March of 20, right, and you're going to say this whole thing is the bull flag.
Oh, I think I know the difference. I think. Can you drag that pole projection down to the bottom of the channel of the breakout? No.
Here?
Put it to that level.
Just do like a vertical breakout, like the girth situation.
Yes.
Yeah, that only takes you up close to my target of 15. It takes you
no. Take the projection of the actual pole, and then just base it at the bottom of the orange channel rather than the top. That's all.
Don't any of you kids try this at home now.
Don't try this at home.
This is highly trained professional
We're making shit
stuff.
up as we go, but hey, that's the fun part about speculating. You can do whatever. That gets you to 50. That's not what he's drawing either. I'll have to look at this tweet and see where his lines actually are.
The length of the entire pole. Drag it all the way up to the top of the channel, measured, and then take it out. No, take it out. The one thing you didn't do is project it and then pull it to the bottom of the orange channel, please.
Oh, come out of the bottom of the orange channel?
Yes.
That's not how you measure, but that's still
it's not how you measure.
45K.
Okay. Well, what I saw is he put it in and it reached 80 and the time frame was into 2027.
I don't know. He's probably using some of that weird Tangang math. So
maybe it's the monthly.
Maybe he needs some lemonade and get rid of that orange.
I thought he was.
It might be the monthly chart.
I don't know. I mean, I watched him years ago when he was a Bitcoin maxi and he was super entertaining. I loved when we did one of the 24-hour streams. He and I ended up in a large section of time together. It was super funny. And we were joking about like creating all these silly meme coins. And he had this epic rant that's legendary for those that have been around a long time about like, don't talk about other shit. Like, if you get an idea and you want to launch a coin, don't do it. Don't talk about other shit. And it's like, and then obviously, he went down a different path. So I don't know if he swung back around to be bullish on RH Core or not, but God bless him. He's a super entertaining and intelligent.
Yeah, I think he is reformed now. Yes, I think so.
He's the prodigal son. He's back in the fold.
I think
sounds good.
I detected that. Yeah.
Right on. Okay, cool. That's it, man. That's a wrap.
Awesome.
Did pretty good.
Thank you, Toby. Well, since this went so fast, we can still have time to play a little game of Money Magic. Are you guys with it? You have to pay attention because this is happening at your local Walmart.
How much is it going to cost me?
And the hands are moving quick, so you have to pay attention. So, am I sharing? I'm sharing. So
you mean full? This is 3-card Monty.
This is it.
Okay, so you put down 20. And I put down 20, but if I buy the stack for 30, then we both make $10.
I'm with it.
Okay, you put down 20, and I put down 20, but if I buy the stack for 30, we both make $10. Okay, you put down 20, and then I put down 20, so that's 40. But if I buy the stack for 30, then we both make $10.
Okay.
See how that works?
Thank you.
Okay, so do you have 20 bucks on you?
Oh, yeah, right here.
You have 20 bucks? Okay, so put down 20. Okay, so I have 20 bucks on me, so I'm going to put down 20. So how much is that?
40.
That's 40. Okay, so here's the thing. If that's 40, now the math is specific on this. If that's 40 and I have 30, right? You put down 20, I put down 20. Yep. I buy the stack for 30. Okay?
Okay.
We both make $10. Doesn't
math.
that work?
That does work.
That works, right?
It works.
Works for me.
Wow.
So what do you guys think?
That level of stupidity makes my brain hurt.
Where's the catch?
The guy's giving $10 away. He didn't
Yes.
put down $30. He put down
That's all it
50.
is.
Ultimately.
But
So
when
it's like
you
he's just
watch
giving
it-
these people $10. So they're
Just give you
obviously
super
not going to
$10.
contest it.
But
Yeah,
at
they're
the
making-
beginning, you think like, wait, yes, we both made 10, but actually he lost. And another comment we had in the chat here from Maddie Lambo, you're speaking to my heart. He says, you guys need to do a masterclass on proper YouTube speaking volumes. All the other streamers can't figure it out. I'm telling you, though, this shit is not easy. Like, this is maybe the 5th microphone that I bought while we're doing this show, and it was never right. And I think now I have kind of found my setup that works. Papa B is more a natural. He always had the same
$100.
same mic always
like
worked.
5 years ago. There it is.
Toby is a hopeless case with his
Dude.
setup.
Hopeless. What, dude? I think I sound good. I've listened back.
You sound good now, but
Now.
you
Oh,
had
back
your
in the
moments
day?
of high
Oh.
volume, low volume, and
It was crazy for a minute there. I was my shit.
And-
So
and you got-
Brightlight,
you got
what I
all
did, I
prickly
got,
about
I
it,
got
too.
rid of
You're
the
like
cloud. I
offended.
got rid of.
Yeah.
Well, I had a cloud lifter per hexo.
Yeah.
Way back in the day.
Yeah,
And then RG was also saying, yeah, cloud lifter, you get that in line, whatever. I yanked the cloud lifter, all my problems went away.
Oh, that's the magic.
See?
I don't know.
Brightlight, what are
I don't
you
know.
rocking in terms of microphone?
Well, I usually use a tone arm, little cheap mic, but sometimes it sounds staticky. So I'm just using, I think, it's off my camera, so it sounds actually pretty decent.
It
but
does.
my
Yeah.
camera, I think the camera and the mic cost me about $150 combined, and it does 4K apparently, but I can't see the difference.
Right. So it does the trick for you. Awesome.
Yeah, it does the trick, but I switch between the two. But I used to have a mixed board and everything like that back in the day when I used to play in the band, play in a practice band, really, but play guitar and stuff like that. I had a whole PA system, and I used to have better mics and stuff, but not anymore. All that. I just keep it simple.
Blue Yeti for the win, man. Come on.
Blue Yeti.
Yeah.
Well,
Those are
Toby
good
and I are
mics.
rocking the Shure brand because it gives that warm, natural sound, and I'm
Sexy
blowing
radio
from,
DJ.
Yeah.
Nice.
Hello. No, I'm
Hello,
blowing
lady.
from my lungs with RH Max because he just wouldn't get it right. I think he's one of our biggest streamers now, and he has the worst microphone setup. So we've been talking on the back end. I'm trying to give him tips.
Give him
but
time,
he's-
dude. It's like
Yeah, he's not open to it. So
mine was
Speaking of
so
RH
bad
Max,
for so long.
yes, RH
please.
Max.
This coming
has-
Monday, we're
yes.
starting on the Hex conference, the RH
No,
Max.
it's
Hex
called the
conference.
What the Hex Week.
What the Hex Week with featuring RH Max, only
Yes.
featuring. And yeah, so we did it. Congratulations. It's starting on Monday. I'm going to be on a chat for security on Monday at some time. I don't even know. And then I'll be on, because you guys pressured me into it, I'll be on with Nuclear Herbs
did.
to talk Legal Beagle meets Schmiegel. That's what we're going to be doing. And come in and tune in and support the whole freaking community because God knows we need it. Let's go.
Awesome.
If there's any way I can join you, Papa, I will do my best, but I'm going to be traveling, so it's going to be difficult at best for me to do that. Same with Maddie's conference. It's like Maddie sent me an invite. Would love to speak with Maddie's on Maddie's show. Brock Pierce is going to be on his conference. I think it's going on this weekend. So, check that out. It's like he's definitely bringing a lot of eyeballs. Personal opinions aside from you guys, like just the dude brings eyeballs. So it's like, I love Maddie. Maddie's my friend. It's like, has he made some questionable decisions that brought some heat on him? Absolutely. But dude, he's running that conference. It is not an easy job. He carried the load himself for years until guys like RH Max, who were inspired by Maddie, remember? So, on the shoulders of giants, remember that. So go support Maddie's conference. Papa's going to be on with RH Max. Hopefully I can jump in if I can get good connection where I'm at. Parts unknown. If not, then I'll be watching at least. And good luck with all that. I'm eagerly anticipating all of the above. So, gentlemen, I'm going to have to bounce for a minute. I've got some stuff to move. I have carpet layers coming in tomorrow morning.
You have
I've
a
got friend
bowel to
here help
move? What was that?
Oh my God.
That was earlier. So
okay.
if you're going to hang out in the green room for a minute, I'll be back in like 15. So adios to you and everyone out there.
We'll cool our
Much
heels
love.
just for you, and we'll wait. See
Cool
you in the
your
green room.
heels.
Bring
I'll be
back some
back.
sandwiches because Brightlight he's
coffee.
hungry. So
complaining.
Yeah, I'm also remodeling my bathroom.
The green room.
So
Gator,
I can
yes.
use some construction tips.
Sure,
don't,
man.
don't, construction tip is don't invite Toby for a test dump.
Yeah, right. If you really want to see its capacity limits, let me know. All right. See you guys.
All right. Thanks,
All right.
Toby. Well, we got 180 people watching. Brightlight, any last words? Anything you like the community to know? Any projects you're currently working on? Anything that you've got coming up on, and where can people find you?
Well, you can find me at Brightlight at RedRay57 or yeponpulse.com. You can find me there. You can find the other projects that I work with over there. I stick around in the No Permissions group with Randy Hilarski mainly, so I don't have to watch a whole bunch of streams just to stay updated. It kind of filters everything for me. That's why I like that paid group, and I usually stay with one paid group, and it works out for me. Other than that, don't really have anything coming up too much. But yeah, I'll hopefully be streaming more here pretty soon after the summer gets going. And
once your bathroom is done.
Huh?
Once your bathroom is done.
Well, we got texture and paint. Now we got to put color on the walls, and then I can put the floor in, and then put the vanity and the mirror on and the light. Yeah, we're almost there.
Awesome.
But
Almost there.
a
You
good
got
way
like
to
8
save
different
money,
steps.
just like Richard Hart doing his laundry in the bathtub in a motel,
Exactly.
is doing
Nice,
your own remodel.
And by the way, to satisfy Bit Finesse, we will police our young Toby. so that he will only ever pronounce the word height.
We're very good at that. Don't you worry. Don't you worry about a thing. All right, you guys, that's our show for today. It's all the time we have. Thanks, everybody, for joining in. Smash the likes. We've got 180 people watching across all channels. Again, apologies for the beginning. We messed up with the YouTube.
No apologies.
Like
you
this
don't
never happened.
deserve
But
a
hey,
show
we're
with
live. It's
technical
all the way live, so shit breaks and things happen.
This show
But
is better than it needs to be. How's
that's
that?
right. But we see you guys on the next one. Salute.
All right. Bye, everyone.
Outro.